Welcome guys, let me just talk you through this new green deck I've put together. Now my reasoning behind this deck was, based on my experience yesterday. I played mono green and I had a lot of ramp creatures like elves and things. And I realised, well, I had a rough time yesterday. It took me about 2 hours to get 4 wins. Um, and of course there was a lot of mono black, a lot of meathook massacres and cut downs and things. I decided let's try and play around maybe cut down in particular, and to some extent meathook massacre. So I've decided I'll make a deck that can ramp but that doesn't use mana elves. So I've still got Azusa's Many Journeys. Our only card that can get hit by cut down is the Floriferous Vinewall. So this helps us put more lands in our hand to support the Azusa. I am going to play a couple of bounces Beatdown, so just a couple of removal spells. I think we're going to be playing the Midweek Magic, which is going to be, it's called On the Edge. It's the last 3 sets, so I imagine Mono Black's going to feature heavily. This is particularly good against Mono Black, and it does exile target creature or planeswalker. Dual Thief is good, so it's a 3/3. Obviously, mono green's it's getting a bit popular at the moment. I notice all the mono green decks are using Dual Thief, so I'm going to jump on the Dual Thief bandwagon. It just makes sense, really. It's not vulnerable to cut down and gives you a treasure token. So I get to keep my Topiary Stompers, and I've chucked in Boseiju reaches Skyward. We're gonna see if this is any good. So of course it digs 2 forests out of your deck. Puts them in your hand, and that's quite good. Of course, to feed out Azusa if we get that later in the game. And we can play this on turn 3. If we do a Azusa turn 2, get an extra land, play our 4th land on turn 3, we can get this. Getting this on turn 3 seems pretty good. It's gonna, of course, the big drawback of these saga creatures, you've got to wait 2 turns before they even turn up, which is sometimes just a bit too late. But I think getting this on turn 3 sounds good. And then we've got a very serious top end of creatures here. Although I'd point out we've got it includes Greater Tanuki, so that's got the channel option, which lets us ramp for 3 mana. So that is also another potential ramp card. We've got the Defiler of Vigor. We've got Kura, the Boundless Sky, which this is another one that's gonna synergize with our ability to ramp out lands. When it dies, you get a spirit that has power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. A bit like Boseiju. So that seems like good, just card advantage in this kind of removal meta. Everything that comes into play is getting killed. Let's get a 2-for-1 creature. It seems to make sense. Of course, I've got my 1 copy of Silverback Elder. We'll see if this can do anything. We've got Vivien on the hunt. So this does a few interesting things. I guess usually you make a 4/4 Rhino warrior. That's pretty straightforward. You can mill 5 and take any of the creature cards into your hand. And then the complicated one is the +2. You can sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. So I've kind of checked my deck to make sure that is going to work for me. The crucial one, I think, is we can potentially convert Greater Tanuki into Titan of Industry with that ability, which is quite cool. We do have several 5-drops. The Boseijus are our 4-drops. If we want to sacrifice that, it has to be in the creature form. So that's a bit less likely that we're actually going to get to sacrifice Boseiju. And we can't get from 3 to 4, unfortunately. We could sack a Vinewall to get Topiary Stomper or Jewel Thief, though. So that's kind of useful. In fact, now I've noticed that, may as well have a look and see if there's any good 4-drop creatures that we might want to play. Elegant Entourage, I suppose, that can actually give trample. I think that's kind of interesting. Jukai Preserve as an enchantment creature. Interesting. Not that many 4-drop creatures, as it turns out. Or just 4-drops in general. It's interesting this shows up in the search. But it definitely doesn't count as a creature card when it's in your library, which is kind of the important thing. I guess Magnagoth Sentry is a pretty decent deal, but I'm not that excited to play a Magnagoth Sentry. We're not going to complicate things by splashing colours. Namata would be pretty cool though. That's we've only got one, but that does seem very interesting. Yeah, so I think we won't worry about having 4-drop creatures just yet. It's kind of a fairly narrow kind of weakness that the deck has, but we won't worry about it. We're on a bit of a mono-green kick at the moment. Well, we'll just have to see how this one works. And it might just completely fall flat on its face. I've got to decide what point do I give up on it. I think we'll try at least 4 games, I think. Okay, so it's not a very effective Azusa because we don't have the extra land. But it's looking good if we can top deck a 3rd land. Opponent's going first. We're drawing an extra card, so I think it's a keep in that case. I've top decked a land. That's nice. Okay, white-green. Which goes Reign of Truth. Another land. So green-white enchantments, I think, would be a safe bet here. Right, you don't need to play the Tanuki, we'll play a Topiary Stomper. We can probably play that as a creature, I'm thinking. Because we've got, 5 land in play, getting another land next turn. He's going to need a few more enchantments, I would say. Yeah, he's got a Boseiju as well. Wow. I'm going to say nice to that. Right, we will open with a Defiler of Vigor. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, the Tanuki could fetch a land, which would let our Stomper attack. as a little sort of side note. We can play a Defiler for 4, Jewel Thief for 2, and get a double activation, which is pretty good. Ah, he's got loads of ways of getting extra land. Nice. Well, that's going to be a big Michiko. We could double block and kill it, or we could just take 8 damage. I think, yeah. Do we need Likeness of the Seeker? Yeah. Let's take 8 damage. I'm okay with it. Okay, Azusa's many journeys. So we will Defiler of Vigor. Pay 2 life. And how about a Jewel Thief? Oh, we can pay both those. That's pretty nice. Oh yeah, we don't need to do that as well. Yeah. Well, I'm liking Jewel Thief already. Oh, that's lovely. Sundown Pass. Very nice rare land. Definitely that's going to save me a wild card. Okay, it's not a very good Azusa again. Opponent's going first. We'll try and top deck a land again, but it's a pretty bad hand. It's pretty slow. We did not top deck the land. Never mind. Green white again. Yep. Green white enchantments looks like the thing. Okay, I think we just have to play that. Yep, here we go. Very solid start there. And we'll give it one more turn. Hey, why not? Sure. Okay, good game. Hey, we can cast this spell, but I think he's got that one. So maybe it'll just be green-white enchantments. Ah, we have our Crystal Grotto. Yeah, I noticed, I think it's Power Dragon was playing this in his mono-green deck, and I thought, what a good idea. You have so many green sources. You can get away with playing a Crystal Grotto, so you've got a bit of extra scrying in your deck. So I think that's a good opening hand. and I think we can open with a Crystal Grotto and just Tanuki. Yeah, let's put that on the bottom. You want to get to land number 4, I think. Okay, blue-white, that's a change. That's good. We've got our land. They might counter this. We'll go for the ramp card. We'll go for Topiary Stomper. Very Vandal, yeah. Timely interference, okay. Yeah. Pumps his Vandal. We hit 5 mana, so his blue's tapped. I think I like the Silverback Elder here. Okay. If you don't top deck a land, I might just play Boseiju so I can keep the lands going. On the other hand, I can Vinewall, get a land with that, and then play a Jewel Thief. Or indeed, play Boseiju anyway. Oh wow, okay, Silverback Elder can help me ramp as well. That's a good idea. Let's have a Crystal Grotto as well. Forest on the top. Nope. In fact, why did I do that? Okay, let's get... Yeah, okay, Boseiju. Let's play Boseiju. And play the other Boseiju. And get some more forests. Yeah, okay, this is definitely ramping out nicely. And Topiary Stomper can attack, of course. Yeah. So can't do that. March of Swirling Mist, okie doke, fair enough. There's not much I can do about that. So Defiler of Vigor, I feel, is going to be less good here because they won't get their tokens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I think I go with the Titan of Industry here. We'll get a warrior. And we're getting beaten down pretty badly here. I think we need the 5 life. Yep. Stensia Uprising. I don't think I've seen this before. Enchantment for 4. Get a 1/1 human token. End of your end step. Then if you control exactly 13 permanents, you may sacrifice Stensia Uprising. When you do, it deals 7 damage to any target. Okay, well, it's a red creature maker, I guess. For 4. If you think of Wedding Announcement, that can make potentially 3 creatures, or well, 0 to 3 creatures, 0 to 3 cards it can draw, and then it pumps the team. So for 1 more mana, you're getting this extra creature every turn. So that seems quite good, I would say. And then it's got this other option of 7 direct damage to any target, so it can go face. I think it might be good, to be honest. I've never seen anyone playing it, of course. Okay, love to see it. We've got the Vinewall early. Keep 7. Got the Jewel Thief. So we're definitely getting to Boseiju. Oh, here we go. He's going the Gala Greeters version, you see. Of course, there's no Meathook Massacre in this format. That's because that's from Midnight Hunt. Yep, Topiary Stomper as well. He's just ramping a little bit faster than me. Oh, Death Touch. Okay. Yeah, sure. And then he's got his removal card. Yeah, to go with the Death Toucher. Pretty nice. Okay. And I think... yeah, we've only got 5 mana available. We'll Boseiju and then get the Tanuki next turn. Oh, invoke the Ancients. Yeah, that's pretty serious. So these are going to get Vigilance. Yeah, smart move. Okay. We'll go with a Greater Tanuki here. We need some kind of defense. Good. It defends against these quite well, but if he's got another removal spell, then oh, he's already got his Titan. Nice. Oh yeah, and he can blow up my Boseiju, which sucks. Well, there you go. So yeah, another green ramp deck. He's ramped a little bit faster than me. Quite a lot faster, to be honest. Gala Greeters can let you do that. Okay, he's not attacking. That's very curious. Right. Azusa's many, many journeys. We've got a forest. And this is instant speed. Okay. No attacks and end turn. That just shows you how slow Boseiju is. He gets his Titan of Industry out before this thing even transforms. I mean, it's dead anyway because it's an enchantment creature to the time. Would be nice to see it actually turn into a creature one day, though. Yeah, Jugan. So this is very similar to the previous version of the deck I was running. I've not actually used Invoke the Ancients yet. I think that is quite a good card, quite good value. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of damage coming through. 15, 16, 21 damage. And that one's got Trample. We've got a possibility of killing this Titan if we beat it down and block it. But I feel like I can decimate his team quite well if I block like this, 2 blockers, and kind of need to hope for a miracle. Okay, that's getting that, fair enough, and we will bounce Beatdown on the Greeters. Yeah, not a card I'm running at the moment, Tamio's Safekeeping. Obviously, it lets you do things like that. You can get a very efficient turn where that extra mana you've got left over can save a creature. I'm just find it hard to convince myself that that's the thing to do. But right, these are getting through for 6 damage. We'll double block here. No, he's got everything. He's drawn everything he needed this game. Good game. Right, well, two removal spells, one protection spell, and how many creature spells? Like 7. But I think the Titan of Industry blowing up Boseiju was pretty brutal. I haven't seen my green dragon yet. That could definitely help in that kind of mirror match. Okay, should be a turn for Boseiju. Yeah, Kura the Boundless Sky is the name of the green dragon. The name escaped me for a second. I think we won't need a land on top. Oh, that's a good draw. Let's draw that. I could have got rid of it and looked for a ramp card. Okay, this is interesting. Modern Age. I do like this card a lot. Okay, yeah, putting cards in his graveyard. That's quite cool. So yeah, Grixis colours. Let's go a little bit aggressive. Let's get the Jewel Thief going. Interesting. Okay, his Maestro is charming to get something. That's some serious dumping of stuff. One of my favourite commons in Kamigawa, the Modern Age, seems very a very good deal for 2 mana. Okay, he's got a reanimation thing going. That makes sense. That's why he's dumping all those cards. Okay, so I have Kura. That's my answer to what he's just done, I guess. See if he can bounce this back to my hand. That would be bad news. No, it's not attacking. Okay, okay. Right, the wording on this card, bounces Beatdown, deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. So it's not going to take into account my Death Touch, I believe, just because of the wording on that card. We could Boseiju, or we could just Defiler of Vigor. I think we Boseiju when we need more forests, basically. Let's do the Defiler now. Okay, Tainted Indulgence. Okay, no attacks. Okay, now we will block. Alright, XX. Spirit, please. It's the first time I think I've played this out. So it grows, does it? Oh, right, no. It doesn't grow as you play lands. It's like stuck the size it was when it entered the board. So Are we going to start paying some life points? I think so. Let's see. Well, I've got 6 mana, so there's actually no reason to pay life points that I can see. That's nice. Get a bit of scrying going. And Boseiju. Yeah. Okay. That has worked pretty well. Be a nice deck concept, but I managed to... Kura just turned up at exactly the right time. Yeah, that... I think... that definitely worked pretty well. We'll just have another little look at the deck. Surprised... Really... Yes, a bit surprised how well that did. I thought that might be a bit too slow, but it was too slow against the other green ramp deck, of course, but we didn't get the fastest start there. Yeah, so we've got 8 2-drops. So it's kind of this fairly flat curve, but you often see that in ramp decks because you're sort of gambling on getting the more expensive creatures out a bit easier. And we went with 25 land, which seemed about right. I think we got lots of ways of getting the land out. It seemed to work out. I don't think we even had to use Greater Tanuki to find a land. Yeah. Small sample size. I mean, we only played about 4 or 5 games. Yeah, Vinewall was good. Definitely an excellent addition. Complements the Azusa very well. Yeah, Bounce's Beatdown would have been even better if we ran into Mono Black. I think the Jewel Thief is fantastic. Yep, ditto Topiary Stomper, just very good for the deck. Boseiju is pretty awesome, fills your hand up with forests as well. I was thinking it'd be quite... This deck is definitely quite effective against Liliana and discard strategies. You've always got loads of land in your hand to discard. I don't think we ever saw Boseiju actually transform to step 3. Or even, well, if he did, he didn't get a chance to attack. Defiler of Vigor, of course, is insanely good. We saw a bit of Kura there. We actually got a spirit creature token. It doesn't scale up as you play more lands. It's sort of a snapshot of the lands that were in play when it came into play. So we got a 5/5 creature though, so that's pretty good. Silverback Elder we had once. I think yeah, of course that helps you ramp out even more lands if you want. Greater Tanuki. Yeah, solid creature. Didn't see Vivien, but definitely a very good card. And of course, a couple of Titans of Industry, which we see a lot, and it's incredibly good. The lands, don't think we used Boseiju, but yeah, I think you can get away with a couple of Boseijus, but I do have a third one, but I think it's a bit risky to play 3, because it's the legendary land problem. It means you've got to occasionally you draw all 3 of them, and you've got no targets for the disenchant, and you get a bit stuck. Potentially you can use this disenchant and then get it back with step 2 of Boseiju, the little known step 2. You can put that card back on top of the library. Could be good against the Selesnya Enchantments deck. And for Crystal Grotto, I think that worked quite well. Just a bit of bonus scrying in the deck, because you've got all the green sources you're ever going to need. 21 green sources is going to be enough for everything. You might as well have this. It's not a tap land, it's just, you know, adding extra colourless mana and doing something useful on top of that. So yeah, pretty happy with that deck. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching.